What the fuck? It's delayed there. All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Mfren podcast. I know it's been a while since I've done a podcast, and I know I say that like almost every single time I do one of these, but it actually has been a long time. And I know that I've said I was gonna do one earlier, and then kind of do like a big recap and like update and stuff, and then I kind of just kept putting it off for a while. So we're gonna do one now. It is Tuesday, August 22nd. It is 11 a.m. in about 1 minute. So I'm gonna go work out after I'm done this, and then I'll probably just I've been working out from home a lot recently, and then when I was off the week before for my birthday and everything, I tended more to work out from home rather than like that way I take my pre-workout and stuff, and that way I just go here, go on like on the rowing machine for like half an hour or whatever, warm up, and then because I have some like weights here and stuff, and then rather than just driving out like 5 minutes to the community center and back and whatnot, but yeah, sometimes I just pick and choose whether if like sometimes I want to feel like going to the community center, because obviously like they have a lot more stuff than my house does, or if I'm just like I'll just do a quick workout from home and stuff, and then just save the trip going out there. So sometimes I kind of just pick and choose or wherever more I'm just feeling that day, I guess, too. So I'll probably just work out from home today. And then, but after I have to go out because I had to get some more protein powder from Popeyes, and then yeah, so that's all I had to go out and do today. But actually, I probably might try to at least clean my car once this week, because we got the last Nautil car show this Sunday, for the Virgil Firefighters car show that I went to last year, and then a few years prior back after the Kinsman car show back in 2019. So I'll try to get the car cleaned off like at least once, like today or tomorrow, whatever. So that way, like, or at least hopefully by Sunday, like morning when I wake up before the car show, I like don't have to fully detail. Maybe I just got to do like a quick spray detail on like some parts of the car or whatnot, depending if it's gonna like rain the rest of this week, or if I happen to drive like over some like dirty roads or whatever, or like through any puddles and stuff. But so that's on the agenda today. But yeah, so I'll kind of just recap, and then just I guess fill you in on anything that I haven't showed or said in any of my recent videos too as well. But I think I want to say, I'm not sure if I recapped on my cousin Nathan's bachelor party, because it was wedding pass. You guys have seen the wedding video. If you haven't yet, check that video out. It's a pretty good video. But yeah, we went whitewater rafting. I think I know. I remember one of my recent podcasts. I explained what I was doing, but now I'm going to explain how it was. But yeah, that was a lot of fun up there. So yeah, it was like a 6.5 hour drive up to like Ottawa, and so we get up there for like the Friday night, and then we walked like maybe 15 minutes like down the road, or kind of through like this foresty path to this one restaurant. I don't even remember what the name was, but it was a good time and everything. Great food. I had I don't even know what I had to drink. I had like one of their homemade like ales there. I think it might have been like a Pilsner or something. I don't remember. It was good though. All I remember was that. And then we came back and then just kind of chilled that Friday night. And then Saturday was like, well, the main day. We get up, and the breakfast was included with the price, and then for the whitewater rafting extravaganza that day. And then we kind of go through like this, like it's like that. It was like a 10-minute like little seminar, just like, okay, where to pick up your gear and all that, and like who our tour guide or boat guy was going to be for the day. We actually had a pretty chill dude. His name was Luke. Kind of gave me like California like surfer vibes. He was just a chill guy and everything. Made the day more enjoyable. But yeah, it was. I wasn't like necessarily nervous. I think as most when they said like, oh, like there's a chance you could fall off the boat and stuff, and like the rapids were moving pretty quick. We didn't manage to fall out of the boat once. Actually, well, we did, but it's not like we didn't fall out during one of the rapids. Like it was one time where you could just get out and jump in the water and stuff. So and we could swim for a bit until like all the other boats catch up, because like we gotta stay in the group. So it's like we go through one section and then kind of just like coast down like a calm part for a little bit, and then we get to like the next rapid section. So it's kind of like just different stages throughout the day. But the first one, like the first rap, I think that was like the most like biggest one we did, because there was one point where the first jump I was like, oh gosh, because like, so like you're pretty much sitting on the side of the boat like rowing and stuff, and you kind of have to like dig your feet like, or your foot into like under like um the two parts, so you kind of have like more like security in there, and then they basically tell you to hold on. So you let go of, you keep your paddle in the one hand, and then you hold on to the side, and then you grab one of the ropes in the middle, and you kind of just like literally just hold on for dear life, and then just to take the impact of the wave. um but so after that first section, we kind of just like do like this it's thing they call surfing, where it's like this one patch of a rapid that just kind of keeps flowing back and forth, and then you pretty much kind of just coast on a wave. So we saw a couple groups do it, but ours was, we had a 12-person boat, and then some people had 8-person boats. I think the 8-person rafts were likely more likely prone to tip than the 12-person ones. But we came close to it once where we were on top of the wave, and it literally like like at one point I was like leaning like this way, like I was almost sideways. We were literally almost like at a 90-degree angle, maybe like 75, 80ish or whatever. And then me and my cousin Tim, like he was like right behind me, so we kind of just leaned back, and then we evened out. But it was like we were like literally on top of the wave, almost like 7, 8 feet like off the surface level of the water. But yeah, it was insane. A lot of adrenaline flowing that day. But yeah, the only other time we fell out of the boat was when our tour guide was kind of just like, hey, you guys can just hop out here, swim for a little bit, kind of just coast a little bit, and then we get back in the boat, and then uh, row down the rapids a little bit, um, and then I forgot about, so I think it was after the second rapid, we dock off to the side, and there's like a little cliff jumping spot, and then we had like um some snacks and some juice there, like a little pit stop. And then yeah, because the cliff jumping, when they told us before, I was thinking it was gonna be like some like huge like cliffside or whatever, but it's still a decent sized cliff. Like I think it was about like 20, 25 feet maybe, I want to say. But because I like we got up there, it's pretty much in a line. The guy's just like, okay, go. And as soon as you jump in, swim immediately to the right to the shore, or like someone would throw a rope and they would kind of just tug you in, because the rapid was pretty quick actually, um, going down the river. So as soon as, and then so it was like, it was a me, and then two of Nathan's groomsmen behind me, and then my cousin Tim's in front of me. So I see him jump. He jumps in, then maybe like 5 seconds goes by, and the guy tells me like, "You're good to go." And I like, because I shouldn't have done this, but I like, because usually like when people get afraid of heights, like, they look over the edge before they jump, and of course like I should have just sent it and then looked down afterwards. But I looked over a bit, and then I kind of just took like one lunge forward, and then I drop, and I thought I was gonna hit the water faster, but like I'm still falling. I'm like, oh wow, that was a lot more drop than I thought it was gonna be. And then kind of just like brace for impact, and as soon as I pop back up to start swimming, I'm like swimming to shore, and then like I like just barely got there, and then I'm trying to grab up onto the rocks, but like all the rocks, like the water's all like slippery, so I'm trying to like get back up, and then I'm like trying to grab my feet, and I had to grab off to like this one branch that was like hanging on the side of the rock to pull myself back up and everything. But it was a great day. I would definitely do that again if we got like all of like the guy cousins on like my mom's side to do that. I like maybe like sometime down the road, I think, and like the uncles too. Like I think that would be pretty sick. But yeah, first bachelor party was a success. Yeah, the wedding was good too. So I'll recap my cousin Nathan's wedding. So the wedding was good too. Yeah, emceeing was fun. I wasn't necessarily nervous. I think it was just more of like the timing and stuff. So like when I got in there, like to the reception, I kind of just talked to the DJ, saying like, okay, like I'm gonna be doing the introduction, so that way he already had his music keys timed up. It's just like when I say this person, then they do their intro, and then he's like, I'll fade out the music, and then you can say the next person, then I'll play the music. And I was like, okay, perfect. It's easy going forward. But I guess I got confused at one point during the night, because I guess my cousin Nathan said that apparently the photographers were only there for so long, like during the wedding, and then a little bit at the reception, when people are doing their speeches, and doing like the mother son and the father daughter dance. So I guess the wedding planner was, I guess, came up to me, or Nathan came up to me and said like, hey, after the first speech, do the mother and daughter sorry, mother son father daughter dance. Like I always get those mixed up. Do those dances after the first speech, so that way the photographers can go on their way, so that way they're not kind of just sitting around waiting. But the wedding planner was like, well, we just want to make sure because they don't want to be serving out food when someone's giving a speech. But at the same time, it was the also thing that was kind of unfortunate is because the mic that they had at the Pillar and Post, Queen's Landing, sorry, was like apparently it was only like it was just stock volume, like it didn't go up any higher. And like I think I should just maybe use the DJ's like cordless mic or whatever instead. But yeah, it was not again, I feel like I was shouting in the mic, but I feel like still like no one could hear me and stuff, which was a little unfortunate. But again, we made through the day. That was like the least of the worries. Um, but she came up to me and said the wedding planner was like, oh, like I wasn't aware we were doing this and stuff. Like, oh well, and I was like, well, Nathan just told me because like they the what's it called, the photographers had to leave and stuff, so he wanted me to announce this then. And I'm like, bro, I'm like, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just getting told what to say and stuff. So that was like the only kind of stressful part during the night. But aside from that, dancing was fun. It was a great time. Gin and tonics were flowing. My brother got pretty fucked up, as you guys saw in the video. If you could, again, if you haven't seen the wedding video, go watch it. It's a really good one. But yeah, it was a great time. And then also, yeah, we got some Polaroids here, so I'll kind of show some of these. Um, how well these will pick up. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think we were having a lot too much fun with the Polaroid machine, but it was a great time. So yeah, these are great memories. August 6th, 2023. Um, just put these back up here without knocking this shit over. I'll fix that shit later. But yeah, it was a great time. And then actually, one of my other cousins, Danielle, her and her fiance Dustin, they both got engaged literally like this past weekend. So we got another wedding to look forward to, possibly sometime next year or the year after. So congratulations, you guys, if you guys watch this video. But so after the wedding, and then yeah, pretty much yeah during my you guys saw during my I don't think I went golfing at Fox Run. Nice little golf course. I would definitely go back there again for sure. Maybe I might even do that today after, just to get another round in just for shits, I guess. And then I was gonna say something else. Oh, so our bathroom downstairs is finally done and renovated. I maybe I might have shown that in a video or something, but um, we started that like end of April or like middle of April, so like tearing it all down because like we knew we had it was long overdue to get renovated. So we got a nice glass sliding door shower, um, nice new countertop in there, like a kind of like a beigey or like a grayish paint in there. So the only thing we needed to put on is just a new door, and then some frame around the window there, and then pretty much it's basically all done, and then like some patchwork in the corners. But on that, it's pretty good to go. So it's long overdue, but yeah, it was a nice bathroom. So now that way, someone could be taking a shower downstairs and upstairs at the same time, so we don't have to like wait in a rotation like that. But yeah, the new shower is pretty nice. So yeah, we got like an overhead shower, and then you can switch the one to nozzles, so like the handle one and everything. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I was the first person to take a shower in the new shower. It's pretty good. Like and I thought maybe because sometimes like I don't know about you guys, but sometimes if you guys take longer showers, I thought maybe I'd be taking long showers, but I've actually been taking a lot of shorter showers. Like I would say my average shower time is like 7 to 12 minutes. I think sometimes I've taken longer showers. Usually it's after like a bad sunburn. I just let the cold water just go right off like my shoulders or my neck is usually where sunburns hurt the worst on most people. But most of my showers have been pretty short and quick, and I've actually been taking like sort of like semi or cold showers. Like this shower is like I know I guess some people's showers are different where it's like you have to turn it all the way to hot, like all the way like the hottest hot the shower can go. And then it's still not even that hot. Or I know sometimes like I'd have the hot water on in our upstairs bathroom for like 5 minutes, and the hot water runs out after like a certain amount of time, depending on like how many people have been taking showers during the day. But no, this shower you keep it in the middle of like hot and cold, and it's like a pretty steadily like warm, but it's not too hot, and cold, but it's not too cold. And you turn like it's slightly a bit hot, and it's like the shit's like burning and stuff. And then usually I'll put it to cold lately, not like ice cold like minus temperatures, but like a nice like a nice cool, if that makes any sense. Yeah, and I sometimes I just find it's better and stuff. I don't know, maybe this new bathroom is just making me like, maybe switch to cold showers now. But maybe that's also because of the summer and it's been pretty humid the past like few weeks. But yeah, once winter comes in, probably just strictly warm showers. Um, so aside from the bathroom being done, yeah, I can't believe it's already like August 22nd. Like literally, the summer's been fucking flying by and shit. Um, and well, actually, I will update you guys on Oh, I just looked up. Report Patrick Kane has officially been linked to 4 teams. NHL NHL 24 official World of Chell trailer. Yeah, it's just gonna be another $98 fucking roster update. Actually, Madden 24 came out this past weekend, so I actually think when I go to get because Popeyes is right across from the Penn Center, I think I might go pick up Madden NFL 24 because Josh Allen's on the cover, so I gotta get that. Also seeing by CHE, it's Niagara Falls man charged after driving 117 kilometers an hour in a 40 zone. Jeez, that must have been like what, a subdivision maybe, or like a school zone area. That's fucked. Um, but I actually will update you guys on another thing too as well. So in my one video, I think it was like the video in combination with the Post Malone concert, that I had an interview at Genesis Performance Genesis in St. Catharines, and it went really well. Actually had a second interview last week, and that went well as well. I think all things are pointed the right way that I will most likely be getting this job, but like I'm still waiting for. So I literally should I might even get an email back, um, during filming this podcast, depending on how long I end up making this video. But they told me that the girl who I got first interviewed by, she said after the second one, she said that when the guy who I talked to the second time at Hyundai is like a bigger higher up in the service department, said that he's off for a few days. Then when he gets back on Monday, which is yesterday, that they'll be like giving me some sort of offer deal. So which is like in the works, I guess. So I'm waiting. Literally, could be today, sometime early tomorrow. I would assume, hopefully soon, because I know they've told me they want to hire right away, because again they said there's a fair amount of bit of training to do, and they pretty much explained to me like what it's gonna be like. So it's pretty straightforward. Like it's nothing too complicated or too out of my like knowledge or like comfort level. So now so yeah, literally just waiting to hear back what the offer is gonna be, or if it's gonna be like an option 1 or 2, or like this starting base salary with these benefits and this amount of holidays or whatever. I don't know. So I'm just waiting until the email comes in or phone call, whatever. Because they're moving into a new facility by she told me by beginning of November, because they're literally transferring, and she said they've been working out of like a trailer in the back and stuff, moving different offices and getting all that situated out. So yeah, so hopefully again hear something back sometime early today, and then your boy will be leaving Valley Mart for good after almost, actually, this Thursday, August 24th, 2023, will mark 9 years since I've been there. So yeah, almost a decade there. Started August 24th, 2014. Again, don't know how I remember that, just do. It's just like implanted in my brain with weird dates that I remember. So yeah, excited for that and everything. And then I also, speaking of other jobs, so I will then back like in middle of July, when I was lining up that first interview with Genesis, I had the owner of the Niagara Predators, the GMHL team that I commentate for the past 2 years, texted me back and said like, "Are you coming back this year?" And I guess I said, "Well, I don't know, because after I finished the second year, I wasn't sure if I was going to come back in the fall. And that's not to say that I didn't enjoy my time there. I had a lot of fun commentating. Like, that was like the best part. Like, I got it was really good hockey to watch the first 2 years, and like, seeing a lot of good player development there. All the guys like I met on the team were all a bunch of beauties, or the guys who I ever had interactions with, and then just talking to them at Bricks and Barley after we'd go there for. I started to go with them sometimes Friday nights after a big win and stuff. Like, just shoot the shit with them, and they say like, yeah, we love your commentary, bro. Like, you always get so amped up and everything. But there was some time, like, because again, there was another part where, not saying they didn't like not treat me right, but it's like other times where I felt like I wasn't like it almost felt like I wasn't doing enough, because so the webcam that I'm filming with right now is what I would use to record their games, because for one, I don't have access, like literally there's the Ethernet cable that's in the arena is the only way I can get decent streaming Wi-Fi, so the stream doesn't come out, or it's not lag, or it's not at like 144p. And because again, if I'm in the crowd filming the games, there's a chance where if a hot mic happens where a player comes in, because that happened once last year when I was commentating one of the games. You guys can go check those videos out, just YouTube Niagara Predators, because the one time, I think it was the one game against Northumberland, where I think it was at one point where one of the players fought like some kid's dad on the other team or whatever. But that game, 6 players on each team got kicked out, 5 for fighting, and then 1 injuries on both sides. And then after they got kicked out, some of them came back in the booth where I commentate. And again, that room is very soundproof. So whether you're by the mic or you're in the corner, it picks up everything, like even like it picks up all the chair creaks too as well. So I had so one of the guys came in there and was like, because I got an email after forwarded from the GMHL commissioner from the owner of the Predators to me, saying like, yeah, whoever players that aren't playing, or like people who aren't doing audio work or camera work for the game should not be in the commentator section, because like sort of some players, I don't know if one of them swear, I think someone was like, because one of the guys got a huge hit and like they were fighting, and then someone was like, let's go Brand, let's go, and you just hear it in the mic, and I'm like, oh guys, like you gotta like, and then one of the kids comes after and I think says like, because I think one of the other kids on the other team had like a TikTok or whatever, and he's like, yeah, go post that cringy shit on your TikTok or something or whatever. But and then because it was like comments like saying people were chirping about other TikToks, again, like they take that all into consideration, like what you say on and off the ice and stuff. Like if someone catches you, like they could get flagged for that. So like that's why I've never said anything controversial. I will admit there's one time, I think it was beginning of the second year, I was commentating for the Preds, and I think I said like they got to get the puck out of the zone, and like I stopped myself. I didn't fully say fuck, but I said they got to get the puck out of the zone, and it kind of was just like the one slip thing, but that's it. But I've also my brother's actually been trying out for the Preds. They've been holding some like free tryout skates and stuff. So he told me about that, and I was like, well, if he goes back, or if he ends up playing for the Preds, like, do I still commentate for them or whatever? Because again, with this new job, it's gonna be Monday to Friday 8 to 5, and then usually 5 p.m. is when I show up to the Preds, to the arena and stuff to set up the game. So like that's why I said I didn't want to commit to it yet. Because like I don't want to say I'm committed and then like I can't make games or whatever, and then because like they're they would give me shit sometimes of like, because again this is the camera that I film with, or like the webcam that I use to record the games, and then like sometimes if you move a lot, like the autofocus kicks in because all the players are moving out there, and I literally don't know how to shut it off. Like there's no setting how to fix it or whatever, but people always give me, oh, like the quality's so bad, like this, and I'm like, hey, well, first of all, I don't have the biggest budget, unless like they want to give me my own camera, like that they can pay for themselves, because I bought this shit with my own money. I bought my own lav mic in the first year before I started using my Rode video mic. Yeah, because again, like I was told, in the first year, I was told, like, it was a lot of false promises where I told I was going to be getting all this. Again, I'm also still waiting for my team jacket that I was supposed to say commentator on it. Still have not received that yet. Still waiting for that till this day. Didn't even get a hat or a sweatshirt, nothing. So yeah, I was still kind of like a little salty about that, but again, it is what it is. Uh, so yeah, again, it's probably most likely that I probably won't be coming back. But again, if they say like, again, if I go back, it's gonna be after my own terms, and no one's gonna complain about this or that. Like, this is how it is. If they want better quality, then they can give me a better camera and stuff. So that's kind of where I draw the line on that. But regardless, I still had a lot of fun commentating for the team for the past 2 years. A lot of them had a great players on the organization, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was good. It was a good learning experience for me because I hadn't commentated on hockey games since like 2016 when I did junior B games in my second year at Niagara College. But yeah, speaking of hockey, I'm just waiting for NHL, NFL to start back up. Like, I'm itching for football to start back up, and then waiting, for fantasy too as well. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, literally, yeah, because now that I saw that Madden NFL 24 came out, I'm like dying to play Madden now again. I probably won't get the newest Chell. Like, I had NHL 23, but it's like I don't know. I don't have as much excitement to play NHL games because as like, again, like, I played NHL 20 like a couple days ago, and like, again, it's like the same, it's almost the same thing. They kind of changed the graphics a little bit, roster updates here and there, and they kind of like, they're really focusing on their world of Chell and stuff, but it's like, I don't have as much excitement to play NHL as much as I would like Madden, or even like the newest Call of Duty. When Modern Warfare 3 comes out, I literally just want it for the campaign. I could give a shit less about the multiplayer, but the campaign is looking really good for that game. But I've also been playing the old school Modern Warfare campaigns, like Modern Warfare Remastered and the first Modern Warfare back in like 2008, I think it was, or 2007 maybe. But yeah, I'm just waiting for that's good. That's gonna be like the nice the fall time where it's a little bit cooler weather out, and then Sunday morning hockey will start back up too. So I'm excited for that as well. So it'll be season 5 this year actually. I don't know, it's crazy how I first started filming GoPro videos back in 2019, and then just kept picking up from there. So I think I have over like 60 videos from like all 5 years, and then plus like I have a couple of videos in there from when I would go out like Friday nights with Cooper and Max and their dad's hockey league. I might play that too sometimes. I guess, well, again, if I'm not gonna be commentating for the Preds, then I will have more free time Friday nights too as well to play hockey with them. So yeah, I think that should be starting up in like probably a month or a few weeks. I think the first Sunday morning hockey, I think, is like the second week of September, or I guess depending on whenever they put the ice back in Virgil. But yeah, I'm excited for just to get the sports back going and everything. Yeah, because then once golf season's done, then hockey starts back up. So, and yeah, I don't know how much, because yeah, again, that's usually what I do. Like, so then once March rolls around, March, like April, I'll put the hockey bag in the basement, then I'll bring the golf clubs back out, and then once September, October rolls around, then I throw the golf clubs in the basement, bring the hockey bag up. So, good little swap in and out. I was gonna say something else too, some football or whatever. Oh yes, so I actually have. Jeez, I'm coughing right now. I actually have. I've been thinking about doing this. Well, actually, Mark at Value Mart actually suggested I do this, which I've been kind of slacking on, but I've been thinking about making a separate channel for to post hockey and football content on, and I think he gave me a name for it, but I don't know what exactly I was gonna put on it, or name the channel. But I was gonna pretty much just recap Bills and Sabres games, And I guess any news or whatever, like player milestones, and then maybe like I guess if I wanted to, I could maybe like throw up like here's like my parlay for this coming Sunday's games or whatever, because I know everyone's into sports betting and shit. Actually, I do have a futures bet that I'm gonna make before the NFL season kicks off is division winners. I'll probably just throw up like $15 on it, which will be division winners. So I got Bills, Bengals, Chiefs, Eagles, and the Jaguars. Because I'm not the only other three, and it's all the NFC divisions I'm unsure about. Because the NFC North, they have the Detroit to win that, but I feel like Minnesota could also win that, but like I don't know. And then I feel like San Fran will probably win their division because I think Brock Purdy is back from injury. But again, maybe sneaky Seattle might come back up there, but I feel like San Fran will still probably most likely win their division because like as long as their other defense stays healthy. And the other one is, did I say Jacksonville? I said Jacksonville, I think. The other one, oh, it's the NFC South, the fucking worst, weirdest division ever, where all the teams are so bad, any one of them can win that division. Where it's the Tampa Bay, Carolina, Falcons, and Saints. I feel like Saints will probably win that division because they got Derek Carr now, and I don't see them playing that bad enough because like Tampa Bay has fucking Baker Mayfield who's like falling off the face of the planet, and now without Tom Brady they're not gonna do shit. Then well, Panthers have Bryce Young who they drafted quarterback, but he's not gonna do too much either. And then the Falcons have, I think they're starting Desmond Ritter as their quarterback, but even the Falcons don't have much either. So I feel like Saints will probably lock that up as long as Carr doesn't shit the bed like he did in fucking the Raiders last year. But then speaking of football, actually I gotta check my NFL draft. Because I'm in one, yes, preseason 22 season countdown, 12 days. So yeah, 12 days, 9 hours, and 43 minutes and 53 seconds until Game 1 starts between the Chiefs and the Lions Thursday night. So yeah, I think I showed my team in a podcast, I think. Yeah, so Baker Mayfield officially named starter according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. This is the team I had. I had Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, Devonta Smith, Gabe Davis, Ezekiel Elliott, Jerick McKinnon, Noah Fant, Leonard Fournette, Christian Kirk, Juwan Johnson, Jahan Dotson, Higbee, KJ Osborne, Josh Palmer, Garoppolo, Cole Hardman, Tyler Bass, and then Jacksonville defense. So my team doesn't look too bad, but definitely not elite. Like I think Christian Kirk was like one of my best sleeper picks, I think, because him and Zay Jones were killing it once Jacksonville went on that tear the last like 7 weeks of the season when they started picking it back up and they ended up making the playoffs. But yeah, my draft was terrible because I picked, again, any football bros out there, you guys can chirp me on this. I base it off of performances from last season for this past season's draft. So when Gabe Davis had those 4 touchdown catches against the Chiefs in the playoffs, that divisional game last year or 2 years ago now almost, I picked him off that, and he had some good games this past year, but some games he just fell off, and then it was mostly Diggs doing it all. But I drafted Leonard Fournette first overall because I based him off of when he had that great season when Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl, and he was like killing it that year. He had like over like 1,000 rushing yards. And then AJ Brown was one of my better picks, but then I traded him for Devonta Smith and Ezekiel Elliott. Because I was doing shit, so I gave him to a guy who was obviously going to do way better than I did. Yeah, Christian Kirk. Yeah, I drafted him in the 11th round, 126 overall. So yeah, I'm trying to actually. Well, unless if I can go to players right now. Oh, this is just people who. Oh, okay, so it still has like the old stats from um from from last year and stuff that people. So yeah, I guess once the draft gets refreshed, I'll choose or I'll obviously put on wish list of players I want, but I want at least like because running backs get you the most points, but it was yeah, the first. Also, I'll do the first round. So from picks 1 to 12, we had 12 guys in our draft. First off, it was Jonathan Taylor, it was Christian McCaffrey, Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, Austin Eckler, and then I drafted Leonard Fournette. And it was then CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, which probably should have picked Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase, Dalvin Cook, not Najee Harris, Joe Mixon, and then Josh Allen. And then, yeah, then second round, yeah, it was Derrick Henry, Diggs, Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Swift, Saquon Barkley, Gabe Davis, my pick, Alvin Kamara, Nick Chubb, Kelsey, Deebo Samuels, Javonte Williams. I definitely think I want quarterbacks. Okay, 3 quarterbacks I at least want. Well, your boy, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, or probably Jared Goff. And then wide receivers, either, again, my boy A.J. Brown again. Again, I still have faith in Gabe Davis. I think he could pick it up this year. Or Diggs. Or probably get Justin Jefferson, depending on whatever pick I get. And then tight end. Yeah, trying to pick for either Travis Kelce or not Dawson Knox or even George Kittle too. And then running back, probably, yeah, McCaffrey or Mixon or even Dalvin Cook. I know he just signed with the Jets too as well. But yeah, there might be some. I think the one sleeper in this draft. Actually, yeah, that was yeah. Oh, actually, no, I could have had Dawson Knox, but instead, because I think I needed a wide receiver, and I chose Hunter Renfrow because you could see my pick there blue right there after it was Dawson Knox. So I could have had Dawson Knox, but I fucking goofed up, so that's on me. Actually, let's check if all my picks. Who was after me? So after I picked Derek Carr, 67th overall, Kirk Cousins was drafted after him, and then Jared Goff. So 2 way better quarterbacks than Derek Carr was. And then let's see. Then after, oh yeah, I picked Matt Ryan. Worst pick of my fucking life. Who else could I had after that? It was Mac Jones was taken after that. Tannehill and Marcus Mariota. I picked up Jerick McKinnon. Oh yeah, that was Kansas City's one of the running backs. He was actually an underrated. He was like one of my sleeper picks. Like he had some really good games. I think he had one game where he had 2 touchdowns. I think he got me like 32 points. I think it was. And then yeah, I picked Tyler Bass because I know he needed a good kicker. And then after I picked Christian Kirk, it was that was round 11. So I picked him 126 overall. So wide receivers taken after in that round were Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Devonta Smith, and Alan Lazard. And then I picked tight end Tyler Higbee, which again I could have had Dawson Knox if I chose him like way earlier. Higbee. Chris Olave. He was taken 144th overall. I think that's another sleeper. I think for or who's gonna pick it up in their second, or I think this might be his 3rd year now. For the Saints. So I think he'll be one of my sleeper picks I'll keep an eye out for. And then I picked for my wide receiver I had JD McKissick, running back, and then after that him was James Robinson and Brian Robinson. And then one of my last wide receivers I picked up Chase Claypool, who like did shit all for, even after the Bears traded for him, he didn't do nothing for them either. So he's someone I'll stay with. Then I picked up Baltimore's defense, just still pretty good. I usually swapped out defenses like every other week. And then what was my last pick? Oh yeah, AJ Green, who's retired now actually. And then the last pick of our draft was Isaiah Pacheco, running back, who actually ended up doing pretty decent for Kansas City. And then before that was Zach Wilson. Jeez. Actually, who was picked after I picked? Oh yeah, yeah, right here. I think another big goof here too. I picked Cam Akers as one of my running backs, and look who the pick after him was. I could have had fucking Mahomes, but I didn't. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Again, because I drafted off fucking position, not the best player available. Because I think that's the biggest, like, I want to say controversy when drafting, whether if it's you're doing a fantasy draft or a fucking GM of like sports team or whatever. Because people always say like you don't draft by position, you take the best player available. Which again, it makes sense to a certain it makes sense to a certain extent, but also like again, I'm not gonna draft another wide receiver if I still need to fill up my like my running back spot, like you know what I mean. But I mean, again, I should have taken Mahomes because again, I could always have more guys load up in one spot and then I guess drop this one guy and replace him with some guy that I actually need. But yeah, that's a fucking fat L because Mahomes was putting up like actually I want to look at his game log. I think his lowest game was 17. 17 points. Most he was putting up 34, 17, 18, 24, 30, 21, 27, 35. Yeah, 19, 20, 23, 32, 23, 26. Yeah. He was he was putting up some good numbers and shit. Um yeah, that's bad. That's bad. And then I picked Dalton Schultz as one of my tight ends from Dallas, and he signed to Houston. Yeah, and oh my god. And even in that round, fucking George Kittle was taken. My brother took him in the 59th pick. Fuck, man. Yeah, again, this also, in my defense, it was my first ever NFL football draft. Like, I've done so many hockey drafts before, like, where I know, like, hockey players and shit. Like, football, I was still new to. Like, not saying I know football players. Like, I've been following football, like, a lot since, like, 2017 when after I went to my first Bills game. One of the first big videos on my channel. And yeah, so like now that I know like what to go off of, and so that way I don't make the same mistakes as I did in my first year, so like I can learn from my mistakes. Um, but yeah, now looking back at it, that is pretty upsetting. I mean, well, when I drafted AJ Brown 30th because I needed a good solid wide receiver, uh, two picks taken after him was Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson. So again, there's two other elite quarterbacks I could have had. But who else? Yeah, then after Gabe Davis, it was Alvin Kamara, Nick Chubb, Kelsey, Debo Samuel, and then Javonte Williams. I could have probably taken Nick Chubb, but yeah, but I think so. Let's see. So out of 16 players I drafted, only 5 total I kept throughout the entire season from the original draft. Everyone else I either traded or got rid of and stuff because they did shit or players got injured and stuff. Like I dropped Matt Ryan and picked up Jimmy Garoppolo, then he got fucking injured, and then oh yeah, it was brutal. But so I ended up finishing. What did I finish in that league? I finished seventh overall, and with a 4-10 record. And then the next person ahead of me, in sixth place, was Little Chubb, who finished 8-6. And yeah, the one guy, CeeDee's Lambs, was 13-1, ended up finishing second, and the one guy, Let's Go Brandon, finished first because he um he ended up winning. Surely, what did he win by? He won 148-95. And did someone sit someone? No, shit, wow. He even sat someone who actually ended up doing better. I think it was one guy, like, underperformed. Oh, no, that's why. Because I think it was the last season. No, because he started Joe Burrow, and that was the game when DeMar Hamlin got injured. and like rushed to the hospital. So then they had to cancel the game. So like literally voided out all those points. So he could have. I mean, he didn't even have another quarterback. So yeah, so that's like a good solid like 20, 25 points from Joe Burrow gone right there. But again, still wouldn't even matter. He would have Joe Burrow would have had to put up like 50 points if this guy CeeDee Lambs wanted to beat Brandon's team. So um and some of his other guys like underperformed too. Like Saquon Barkley only got like 6 points and shit. Austin Eckler got 30 points. Fuck, he's actually insane. So yeah, so I'm definitely gonna be checking my football fantasy a lot more once after preseason is done. So I gotta do my research and my homework. So gotta study some because I think sometimes I get updates from Yahoo Fantasy or like notifications where it says like, oh, this like these players will say who they think you should draft and who you should stay away from and who's gonna be a sleeper pick. But again, like it's all these experts can say anything they want to say, but again, they could be like, oh, like I mean, not to like fucking like predict anything or knock on wood this doesn't happen. But let's say, oh, Justin Jefferson's gonna be MVP of the year, whatever, offensive player of the year, and then he fucking breaks his ankle fucking week 2 or whatever, and then it's like, oh shit, well my fantasy team is fucked for my wide receivers. I mean, not saying it's gonna happen, but like you never know and shit. Because again, I have to have the players I drafted got fucking injured in the first 2 weeks and stuff. So it's like, so that's why yeah, sometimes it's good to have backups here and stuff. But yeah, super excited to get football season under the way. Yeah, they're also gonna be cracking out my Diggs and my Dawson Knox jerseys every Sunday to watch all the Bills games and stuff. So I'm pumped for that. Yeah, what are we at right now for time wise? 46 minutes. That's not too bad. Actually, maybe you know what? Maybe I'll go to noon. Make it a full. Maybe try to get a full hour and stuff. There was something else I wanted to talk about too. I know I keep telling myself I'm gonna fucking write all this shit down, and then I never end up doing it. And then I'm like, what was I gonna say again? What was I gonna say again? Um. Um. Oh, Amazon shopping back in stock. So Vinyl is back in stock. Take a look now. Okay, maybe I will. Anywho, um, there's something else I was gonna talk about. I can't remember. Something about the BRZ. No, I think it was no. I mean, again, I know I really haven't shown the BRZ much into my videos or haven't done like a strict just a BRZ update video, and I know I just haven't been doing. Actually, no, that's one thing I remembered I will talk about. So yeah, again with so like I'm pretty sure you guys have noticed I haven't been making YouTube videos as frequently as I have in like past years. But it's also because I looked at like I was doing this the one day where I was just looking through all my YouTube videos, and then I was looking up like what was my biggest month since I started making videos back in 2017, and I think it was like the month of May. It was May 2017 or 2018. I think I uploaded like 15 videos or something throughout the entire month. And then since uploading, the least I've put out is like I think one video a month, but that was like I think that was when I was doing my internship at TSN 1015 in Scarborough, so I literally wasn't like making videos then, and just had nothing else to film really. Like I remember I made one update video about like talking about it and shit, and that was it. But I recently, like I think July, I only uploaded like 2 videos the entire month. And well, actually, one of them wasn't even no. I think I only did one video in July, because the other video I uploaded like the beginning of July was the Jays game, but I went to that in June. So yeah, technically only filmed one video in July, and it's not that I've like been straying away from YouTube. It's also like I don't have the urgency to go out and film videos. Like when I film a video, it's like, for a specific reason. Like, you know, I have like like my cousin's wedding, I'll film that and stuff, like make it a good memory, or go to a car event or car meet, or like a day in the life video, or like whatever date Natalie and I decide to go on and stuff like that. But it's not that I'm like, like on my off day, I'm like, oh, I gotta go out and film a day in the life video and shit, or like I gotta upload a video for YouTube. And I used to have that urgency to make videos as much as I could and stuff. But now it's like I'm kind of like where I can upload a video like once every other week, and like I'll be satisfied with it, and not that I'm like, oh fuck, like I gotta be on an upload schedule, because I just, again, like I've said before, and about why I got into YouTube was like one of my first few podcasts I made, explaining why I just do it for fun. And like because I don't do this full time, and it's not a job or whatever, because I don't make money off of YouTube, obviously, because I don't have 1,000 subs yet, and I have like the watch time minutes almost there, but again, it's not that the biggest deal anyways. um but I almost thought about just doing like a mega video, like maybe like 1 to 2 videos per month, and just make them like, I don't know, like 20 to like 20 minutes to half an hour long, and then just like a compilation of like 2 weeks into like one video or something, rather than just doing like, because I've noticed my videos have been a lot shorter than normal. And not that it's like I care really, because I also think because people's attention spans are very short, so no one's gonna watch like a 20-minute vlog. People skip through and shit. Like, I'm guilty of it too. Some YouTubers that I watch, sometimes I'll skip through all the bullshit and stuff. But I find that I've been more like, I guess like until like last year or the year before, I've started to cut out more of like the and like the long pauses and shit, or like when I mess up what I say or whatever. I usually would cut that shit out, so that way I would cut out so that way, out of all the cuts I've done, okay, I've cut out like 45 seconds of me just like figuring out what I'm gonna say, or like the pauses and shit, to like get a good chunk of the video down a bit. Yeah, it's just like, I've just noticed, yeah, I've been straying away from YouTube videos more, and not that it's like that big of a concern. It's just like I just don't have the urgency to make videos like daily and stuff, and it's just like whenever a video happens, it happens. And because I think it was like my first summer, when I had the BRZ, or yeah, once I got it in 2018, so literally almost 5 years I've had the thing, had the BRZ for it. And yeah, that was when I was just gonna upload car content like constantly. And then all of like the videos I've seen from other car YouTubers that I watch, where they do like, the 5 things I love about my BRZ, the 5 things I hate about my car, what do I keep in my car tag, like all this other shit, what are the best things about this car, what are the worst things. And I was like, I'll just keep making those videos, because it's more content just to pump out and stuff, and see if it gets a little bit of recognition. I think the one video series that I was surprised that actually got the amount of views that they have been is the what's it like owning a BRZ, like 1 year owner experience. Because again, I don't want to take credit and say like I came up with that idea, because everyone has done like, oh, what's it like owning this type of Porsche or whatever. But I kept that series going, where it's like, what, so I'll probably do a video again this year, September 7th, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in not this Thursday, but 2 weeks from this Thursday, I'll do a video saying what's it like owning a BRZ 5-year owner experience, and then pretty much kind of just talk about like the end game of it, I guess, or whatever. But yeah, every year I kind of just explained like what I did to the car, and like, like I think it was like the first transformation when I first got it, was like a lot, like pretty much did quite a bit of mods that first summer in 2019, and then 2019 to 2020 I did I put like more interior trim, and then I had I got my roof wrap, my windows tinted, got that orange trim by the shifter, and like the e-brake boot and all that stuff, the new e-brake handle, the button and everything. So it was like little things like that here and there, and then the lights and shit the year afterwards. So pretty much did this year, like since my last video where I have the carbon fiber trunk, I literally haven't done anything since. If anything, I've had like one more issue, but again, I don't know that I explain it in this video, but I can explain it in my year 5 video in a few weeks from now. Uh, and I think still till this day, actually, I'll check my YouTube analytics quickly, but still to this day, the video that has the most views is Connor's Stupid Loud 370. Um, and it has 56,000 views. The Crazy Loud Genesis that Ben has is 40,000, and then why I got Fast Wheels over NK's is 9.2 thousand, and then the Sabres fans overflow Leafs fans, and then my first Bills video, those are at 4,100, and then my Crazy Loud Beersy pisses people off is at 4,000, and then I have a couple videos at 3 and shit. So I have one video that's close to 1,000. Oh, my Subaru Beersy e-brake and drift button install has almost 1,000 views. Yeah, what's like owning your Beersy 2-year experience, 815 views. It's like a decent amount of views. Actually, I will say, I want to check the analytics of the Connors video. So this video has gotten 56,137 views since it was published. In the last 2 days, 12 people had viewed this, and it's all from YouTube search. Like 46% of the views. So it's had impressions. It's had 400 and it's almost had 500,000 impressions. So I don't know if that's people have like scrolled past like the thumbnail and haven't viewed on it. External sites: Google search, Facebook Messenger, Creator Studio, YouTube. Top YouTube search terms: 370Z. Playlists featuring this video: gang shit. Actually, let's check this out right now. I'll go on YouTube and I'll sign out of my account, and then I'll go onto I'll go to the incognito mode, so things I'm offline, and I'll search up Nissan 370Z. The Nissan 370 is an amazing sports car. Actually, I'll just type in loud 370Z. Mine's like the first. Oh yeah, right here. So yeah, mine's like the 10th video down. Oh, it's autoplaying my video. Yeah, right there. Yeah, someone 9 months ago, loudest Tome 370 terrorizes the streets, has 14,000. Damn, my video got more views than fucking Vehicle Virgins. His video, Nissan 370Z, is so loud it should be illegal. He only had 22,000 views. I think that's also another thing, is like car YouTubers have like, their views have like been falling off a little bit. Like, I look at TJ Hunt's views, and he's got like 2 million subscribers, and his videos, like all of his videos, like he's literally his one of his last out of his last like 10 uploads, only 2 videos have cracked over 500,000 views. Like 395, 262, 315, 429, 290, 513, 495, 432K. I think he had one view or one, oh my god, one video hit 1 million views over 4 months ago. But yeah, it's like the algorithms like mangled and shit. I find like, actually, one last thing I will end this podcast on. I find like my Instagram likes have been down too, and I that's like, that should be the last of my worries, but I've just like noticed it though too. Like, so on my Instagram, I have 749 followers, and then my last post for my birthday only has 72 likes, and oh, Dickers is calling me. Okay, I just cut that section out. Mark just called me about a car he wanted to go get, because apparently he's talking about getting a new car with this angle kit and stuff, but apparently the guy wants it gone by Friday and shit, apparently. And then but because Mark actually sold his last Beamer, so that's, I guess, another update. Mark sold the white Beamer that we got 3 years ago from the guy in Brantford, I think it was, somewhere out that region. But yeah, he ended up selling it because, again, it was just more of a hassle to keep it than it was to sell it. So anyways, that's gonna do it for the Mfren podcast. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.